Welcome to the Gluware OS Upgrade Overview video. OS Upgrade provides the ability to automate the painful process of firmware software updates on your multi-platform, multi-vendor network. Any OS upgrade has two primary components: the file transfer of the image that will be installed on the platform and the installation itself. In terms of the file transfer, there's two big issues. One is the size of these images are getting larger and larger over time. The second is the speed of the network link over which you are downloading those images can be fairly slow. In order to address these challenges, Gluware provides window size optimization to maximize your network efficiency, the option to download on one local device and then use it as a local server for all other local devices, and local storage optimization and management to ensure your install will be successful the first time it runs. Now let's consider that second component of the OS upgrade process, the installation. The installation of a file, set of files, or an image that make up the components of that upgrade can often and typically do vary by vendor and even vary by family of device within vendors. And that process can be pretty complex as we look at the different types of devices. Now, to address these challenges, Gluware provides a single workflow and user interface for every different OS upgrade of every different vendor device. In addition, it leverages that same orchestration engine and model-driven approach that provides consistency, validation, verification across all the different processes and installation components available and necessary for each of the different types and vendors supported. Now, before we go through the OS upgrade process, we'll look at the Device Manager. The Device Manager is used for onboarding all devices in the Gluware platform. And there are a set of actions that include discovering devices, adding devices, cloning devices, importing bulk devices, as well as exporting devices for audit and inventory purposes. Now, any particular device, it doesn't really matter what type it is or what vendor it is, will show up in the Device Explorer once it's been discovered. And these include firewalls, load balancers, routers, switches, and the variety of platforms supported by the device discovery mechanism within the Gluware platform itself. Now, whether you discover these devices using the bulk import functionality or manually, you use the same process. You provide an IP address, a username, and a password, and the Gluware discovery engine will discover all of the OS and hardware-specific information for that platform, which can be quite useful for inventory management, as well as kicking off any of the configuration drift, OS update, or config modeling related functions. Like almost every other aspect of the Gluware platform, OS Upgrade has taken multi-vendor, multi-platform, and typically complex network components and broken them down into basic building blocks. In this case, what image you want to run, what type of server you're pulling the image from, your different update options, like whether you want to abort if it's unsuccessful, whether you want to just preview, whether you want to update and restart the platform, or just update only on the platform, in addition to the server protocol, any paths on the server itself, and the actual server IP. Now that these basic components are familiar, we'll use the model editor and the node instance map to navigate between the components of an F5 load balancer. Now, as we just shown, first we select the image, use the Zoom to button to go and identify the server type, as well as the path within the server and what action we're going to take. Then more details on the server itself, the protocol supported, username, password, and finally the IP address for contacting and reaching that server. Now that we've reviewed the components, let's go back to the node, the action panel for the node, look at the different options here, and with OS Upgrade we also have the option for scheduling and notification. But we're going to go ahead and start the OS Upgrade action and go to the provisioning logs and look at the detail of the execution for this OS Upgrade on the F5 platform. Here you will see the different progress and the installation progress occurring, and we've sped up most of the execution of that just for simplicity in the video. Once that is completed, you'll see that status reflected here and all the details of the installation process and any update functions that needed to occur or any validation that occurred after the installation itself. The next 10 to 20 seconds or so is just scrolling through the details of the log, showing the different verification, installation components, validation that occurred, and then the success itself. What comes next, and for the remainder of this video, is the exact same workflow and UI applied for a Palo Alto platform and a successful OS upgrade.